This is the most important election we've had in a generation. This election will change everything in our nation. There's no turning back if this governor gets elected. Our city will never be the same if that mayor gets elected. Have you heard this before? It seems like every election cycle is the most important ever. Like we're nearing the end of all good things based on what party or person gets elected. Truth is, elections come and go. Politicians come and go. Trends come and go. I'm not suggesting you don't participate. Of course, vote. We've all been given the blessing and privilege to be able to participate in elections. I'm also not saying that we should take any election cycle lightly. My point is that it's called a cycle for a reason, because it will come back around again, and the same issues or different hot button topics will be the focus of the next election cycle. What I'm saying is that we need to keep things in the proper perspective. If you're a Christian, our hope is not in politicians or political parties. Our hope is in Jesus. Our ultimate purpose as followers of Jesus is not to get the right person or party elected. Again, I'm not saying that's unimportant. I'm saying it's not the ultimate. Our ultimate purpose is to glorify God and introduce people to the love of God. A few years back, a neighbor supporting a mayoral candidate came by my house and started chatting. She and I agreed that this was the best candidate for our city. Then she asked if I'd put his sign in my front yard. I told her no. I said I'm a pastor, and for me, it's more important for people to know me as a Jesus follower, not a supporter of a particular candidate. I would much rather be able to have a great conversation with a neighbor about Jesus than a political candidate. In fact, I may not even get the opportunity to have a conversation about Jesus because I supported one candidate over another. As we enter an election cycle, participate, vote, pray, study your Bible, educate yourself on the candidates and their positions. We absolutely should do that, but everything must be put in perspective. What's most important? Your political affiliation or Jesus affiliation? Is your primary identity with your party, or is your primary identity with Jesus? You know what? Your witness as a Christian will last well beyond any election cycle. Here's some basic things I try to keep in mind as I enter election cycles. First, every election feels like the most important, but they come and go. I educate myself. I pray for clarity, for candidates, for God's will to be done. I have calm conversation about political subjects. My identity is in Jesus, not a political agenda. My hope is in God, not a politician. God is still in control no matter who wins. And finally, my witness as a Christian lasts well beyond any election cycle. Living this way takes faith today. Live faith first.